Okay, so let's go ahead and get to these tips here, which we're here to figure out. Okay, so basically you're going on a long haul flight, international flying, yay. Okay, so when you fly internationally, it's a whole nother beast than flying within your country, because you have a lot of things to plan for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a few tips that I use. I've been traveling for a good 5, 6, some years, so I have a couple of things to offer. All right, so if you're going to travel internationally, the first thing that you need to do is pack smart. Okay, so that means you need to, first of all, roll up your clothes. That really does help. It makes more room for you when you roll it up, okay? The next thing you need to do is, if you have any shampoos and big bottles like that, make sure you bag that up. Oh my God, it was so terrible that time. I came all the way from America with some coconut shampoo, and when I got home, there was coconut everywhere, okay? It was a nightmare. Everything smelled like coconut for months. I couldn't get it out of anything. Okay, so basically bag that shit up, okay? All right. Now, the next thing you need to do is put your electronics and your books into your carry-on, because that's heavy. And you want to put all the lighter things into your bags and the heavier things into your carry-on. Now, the thing is, I know that there's this new policy that's going on with a lot of the Middle Eastern countries, and there's rumor that it's going to hit everybody soon. Hopefully it won't, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with my laptop. I can't trust my laptop to be in my suitcase, but if you have to do that, make sure you pad it in between clothes. Put a bunch of clothes under it. Put a bunch of clothes on top of it, because you have to make sure that screen doesn't get broken. And that's the best way to treat anything that's delicate, is to just pad it with a lot of clothes. Yep. Okay. All right, so the next thing is, in a smaller bag, like a little backpack or a satchel or some kind of like handbag, make sure you put all of your small toiletries, because on the flight, if it's a very long flight, then you might want to, freshen up a little bit. So you want to have those in your bag, and also any kinds of music players or small entertainment. Like for me, I like to have some manga, some anime books in my bag, just in case I get bored with the awesome movies that they offer, or if all the movies are about blood and killing and airplanes crashing, then I definitely want to avoid that shit. So I put any kinds of extra entertainment that I need into a small bag, and I keep that under my seat so I can pull it out anytime. Also, make sure you keep your passport, a pen, and any documents like your hostel registration, like wherever you're going to stay, the address for the place you're going to stay, your passport number, your flight ticket. Make sure you keep that in the small bag too, because when you're on the flight, they're going to give you some registration papers for the next country, and you're going to have to know the address that you're going to stay at, your passport number, your flight number, all of that. And you want to fill that out. You want to fill all that out before you get off of the plane, because I'm telling you, as soon as you get off the plane, you're going to think about this: bathroom, and rush to get there before anybody else can get there, because there's a shitload of people trying to run and get there first before you. So yeah. So you don't want to have to be sitting there filling it out and figuring out which bag all your information is in. Make sure you put that in the small bag that you'll be able to fit under your seat, Okay. Next tip for you is split up your money and your clothes, okay? My bags have gotten lost twice, and I can't tell you how important it is to have at least 1 or 2 changes of clothes in your carry-on luggage, and split up your clothes between your checked bags too, because you don't know which one might get lost. Split up your money between them. You don't know if any of them will get lost. make sure you have money in that small bag I told you about. You don't know if something might get lost, and then you'll be screwed if it's the one bag that has everything important in it. Okay, so split it up. Split it up. Okay. Also, you want to do some research about which apps will be useful for you. You might see me looking down. That's because I have my book here with all my writings on it. Organization, okay. Okay, so you want to do some research about the best apps for the country you're going to. But some essential ones would be Apple Maps if you're going to China, Google Maps if you're going like anywhere else, a subway map of the destination cities that you're going to be visiting. Definitely get a subway map. That's so helpful because you can map everything based on that, like where you're going to go on day 1, day 2, based on that. So make sure you get a subway map. Make sure you get Apple Maps or Google Maps. So if you get lost, you can make sure to go ahead and access that. Also, it's very important to look around the airport and see if they have look around the airport and see if they sell chips to put in your phone. Because usually it's quite cheap and you can pay by the day or by the week, and you can have a way to contact someone, even if it's just a few minutes or just a little bit of time, maybe with 1 gig, then you can contact somebody. Sorry if you can hear that, there's kids outside playing. Can you hear that? Okay, so you can just take out your SIM card and put in that SIM card, and it's like you have a phone in that country. It's quite useful. You can do it in China, you can do it in Korea. If you want more information about that, please let me know in the box down below in the comments section. Okay, Meetup is a really good app. In case you get bored, you want to make some friends while you're there, do go to that website and see what kind of events they have. Now, depending on city to city, it could be Meetup could be very, very useful, or it could be not useful at all. For example, in Japan, it's quite useful. In Seoul, it's amazing. But in Beijing, there's almost nothing happening. In Shanghai, it was okay. I was there during Chinese New Year, so that's not really a good example of, because everyone's gone during Chinese New Year, so of course nothing was happening at that time. I don't know how it is during the regular time. Anyway, those are some good apps to have. Yeah. Let's see, anything else? If you're scared of flying like I am, make sure that you check in early. You can go to the airline's website, whatever airline you're flying with, go to their website 24 hours before, and you can check in within that 24-hour range. Now, when you do check in, you're allowed to choose your own seat. Yay! So go ahead and do that. Saves you time in the line. When you're in line, they already have your information ready. They don't have to ask you 1,000 questions. They just, you choose the seat, and I suggest choosing the seat that's right above the wing. Don't choose an inside seat. Okay, so there are some pros and cons. If you choose an inside seat, then you have good leverage to sleep. You can use your pillow and it's so comfortable. But if you're sitting on the outside, then you can always get up and go to the restroom if you need to, stretch your legs, because you're going to be sitting for a long time. So choose whichever one you think is good. But if you wait until you get in the line to try and choose a seat, that's really terrible, because you could end up being the middle person, and no one wants to be the middle person. Oh my God, you're squeezed in between 2 people. You can't get out if you need to. You can't enjoy the view. It's just not a good situation. So try to check in early on the airline website. Okay, the next thing is, when you travel, make sure you pack the medicine that makes you comfortable. Okay, so when I travel, I always make sure to take medicine that makes me feel comfortable. So for example, like Neosporin, oh, it's upside down, Neosporin, or different kinds of first aid stuff. I make sure to take that with me. And the reason is not that the country doesn't have what you need, but it will take a while for you to adjust to their language and to adjust to, you know, to find out where all of their facilities are. Like what's the word for pharmacy? What's the word for Neosporin? How do I say antibiotic? How do I say cough? You know, you need time to adjust to that. So I say stock yourself up so that you'll be prepared for anything, you know, anything that's not an emergency. So you'll be comfortable. You won't be scared of getting sick. Okay, so like take stuff for, you know, possible food poisoning, for diarrhea, for if you get a scratch or oh my God, let me tell you about when I first visited Korea. I mean, I did not know, because in my hometown, I never had a big problem with mosquitoes unless I went outside. But when I was inside of the house, mosquitoes would come in Korea. And it was really heart-wrenching for me because they would just eat me up. And I did not know that the entire time that I was there was a pharmacy right across the street from me. And the word to say pharmacy is so simple in Korean, but I didn't know that word. So I didn't know there was help for me right over there. So 1, learn body language. And 2, make sure you take medicine for situations you think you might end up encountering, like take some mosquito spray or like some cream or something like that. Also, if you're going to be overseas for a long time, you can get used to other countries that might have something you need. For example, I always go to Korea to purchase this, and it is basic Advil, but it is time release. Okay, so when I take this, I usually only have to take 1 in a day because I time it so that it'll last all day, and it's so useful. So whenever I go to Korea, I stock up on this. So I would say after a while, you'll get used to which countries you can go to get the things that you need. I'm new to China. Well, I'm not new. I've been here like a year, but I'm still not comfortable enough with the pharmacy to be able to ask for time release capsule. I only know how to get like regular ibuprofen. So, you know, until you're comfortable, you can, you know, find the things in the surrounding area. Like this is from Korea. Whenever I go over there, I get stuff like that. So yeah, I suggest that for ya. Next thing I suggest are these. Ooh. Yes, I brought these magazines with me from America, and I found some of them in Korea, but I can't find any magazines like these in China. And the reason why I have them is to remind me of who I am and what is beautiful about me. Of course, I don't look like Gabrielle Union, but when I see her, I think, wow, she's so gorgeous and she's so similar to me, as opposed to looking at Angela Baby, check her out, and Fan Bingbing and thinking, wow, they're so different than me. They're beautiful, but they're not the same as me. So I can, you know, still stay true to myself and appreciate things about myself, even though I'm here for a prolonged period of time. So I suggest taking things like that with you. And especially if you have hair like mine, make sure you take something to sustain that and know where in the area you can go to get it. Like, for example, I know that I can't find a lot of products here. I got to go online to shop for it, or I got to visit another country to find it. So make sure you familiarize yourself with that situation. All right, now I'm pretty sure there's a lot of tips I haven't said. If you have any other questions about traveling overseas or going on long flights, please go ahead and put them down below, because you know I want to know what your questions are, and I want to perhaps in the future make a video about that, answering those questions for everyone, and I can also give you some quick advice. All right, that is all. If you like this video, please actually press the like. Please subscribe, because next week I'm gonna make another video. So you want to be subscribed so that you can see it. I mean, it is free 99, so please subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe so that you can see the next video that I release. I do this every week, and you'll see a new video on Thursday. Please press subscribe, and also if you like this video, please like it. Also, if you have any questions about traveling, please leave a comment down below. I want some people, chit-chatting down there, all right? I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.